John remembers his first day of college. The only thing he had on his mind was losing his V-card. He heard lots of things about college girls when he was in high school. He heard that they were thicker, nastier, freakier, and other wild stuff. So he took his time and strength to find a perfect girl in college that will take his V-card away from him, because he feels a bit insecure still having his V-card with him now he is in college. His friend James told him if he wants to get girls in college he needs 3 important things. Let's start with the first one. Number 1 was trip to pull baddies. But since his parents wouldn't get him expensive designer clothes he had to work for himself. He started working at a restaurant for about 3 weeks. After that he had almost just enough money to buy him clothes for the start of his V-card losing journey. The second thing needed for getting some girls was to always have a love glove and be ready at all situations. But John was a bit insecure. He just turned 18 and he didn't know how to ask for a love glove at a store. He didn't have the confidence to do that. He feels that it will be weird asking for it. So he began to think about it. He had an idea. He made his way to the Love Glove Center. He decided to steal one of it. He made sure that no one was watching him, then he quickly grabbed one. Please, I beg of you, this is just a story. Don't try this anywhere. The last thing needed was a perfect girl. James, his mentor, asked him if he had any girl in mind. There were lots of cool and beautiful girls in the school, most of them were hot too. But he didn't want a famous or the best girl in the school, he wanted a low-key girl, a girl like Sammy. Sammy was living in the same apartment with John. Her room was on the 2nd floor while his room was on the 1st. He usually talked to her a bit, but they were not really close. She was very beautiful, smart and funny. Well, what he knows was that she was beautiful. He didn't know her other features because that's what they say in other movies when they are describing a girl, so whatever. So John started getting a hit on Sammy. He started by complimenting her anytime he sees her walking down the halls in the apartment or outside. It can be a simple hello, helping her carry her stuff, or escorting her to class or back home. This stuff takes time if you are taking it slow, which is absolutely normal. Remember, you are talking to a normal girl. If it's an outside type of girl, all you need is money, and 2 hours. But because you want it to be special, you have to invest your time on the right person. He started texting her and told her he was a good cook. I guess that was his own way of talking to her. You can find something interesting about yourself. Just don't talk about anime to a normal girl. He told her that he can cook for her sometime. She was like, no problem, with a smiley emoji. Just note that not all girls will invite you to their place. You can do that by yourself when the time is right. So one day Sammy invited John to her room in her apartment to chill and cook the food that he promised her. This was like a bonus point, so John knew she was feeling him and that it was not only food that he was going to cook up. He entered her room, hugged her and gave her something he bought for her as a gift. He made her a little something in the kitchen and brought it for her to eat. As they were eating, she told him that she hasn't talked to a guy so long like this without the guy bringing up something else. She was really impressed, so they began looking at each other's eyes for some time. He felt this was the perfect time to shoot his shot. He came close to her and gave her a kiss. He came a little bit closer and she gave him a kiss on his cheek and whispered into his ear, "Do you have a love glove?" He said yes and quickly brought it out of his pocket. She was a bit confused, but the mood was too good to ask any questions on how he had a love glove with him. He asked her if she was sure, then she said yes. As he was about to take off his hoodie, they heard a knock on the door. It was Sammy's roommate Justine. John didn't know that Sammy had a roommate. She came into the room, looked at the both of us and left. So weird, I guess it's not happening today, I thought to myself. I told her goodbye and made my way back to my apartment. Oh my goodness, John says on his bed. I can't believe I almost lost my V-card today. Maybe things happen for a reason. So he just laid on his bed thinking about the great time he had with Sammy. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow, like and comment. If you